Hey guys, so in today's Cubase quick tip, I'm going to explain to you uh, very generally why I love the sampler track in Cubase and why it's such a perfect addition to Cubase. Okay, so I'm going to use this project that I was working on here, that I am working on, as a demonstration. And the thing is, I was creating a master loop for this song, and I had a synth, like the sub synth sound from my DX7 that was working pretty good in the song, and then I wanted some other good house bass line that wasn't so low register, a little bit more of a high register sound. And it just so happened that I was flipping through Media Bay and I found this one loop of a bass line. And let's see if I can. No, you know what? I'm going to just do this. So I'm going to play this loop for you in full so you can hear. This is what I was working with. So I really like the sound and I like the groove, but it just wasn't. Uh, it was clicking and mashing with everything else that I was doing in this song. It wasn't complementing this bass line. It didn't follow the groove of the drums that I had built, but I like the sound. So what I did is I took this entire loop, I dropped it into the sampler track, and then I clipped it like so and just set a little sample here. So I got the sound, I tuned it, I adjusted it to the proper tuning so that when I was playing on the keyboard, it actually played the proper note that it should be playing, or the proper key. And then I just created a bass line out of that, and it was just kind of what would you call it, like spontaneous, that I found the sound and immediately thought I need that sound as my next synth bass line that I'm going to be adding into the song. Give me just the sound, I will put it into a bass line, and then I will play something that I think matches the song better than what's actually in this loop. And that if I play everything together, so you can tell it's much, much different of a bass line. Same sound, that's exactly what I wanted, but something that I can groove on the keyboard and create that matches to the song. So that's pretty much it. This is not a tutorial on how to use it, but just a general overview of, if you're not using the sampler track, consider for sure using it. Because if I were to do this exact same thing, let's say in Groove Agent, which I could sample it into Groove Agent, but then I wouldn't be working with the simple interface. I'd be using like a drum machine to trigger my bass line, and that just, it doesn't really compute with me like streamlined workflow wise. Uh, I could also open up an instance of Halion 6, I believe it is. Halion is a very complex sampling machine, and all I need is just this one little sample of a bass line to create what it is that I wanted. Uh, so the simplicity of the sampler track is fantastic. However, you can still go in and you can create some interesting things. So let's say I add a filter with drive. I'm tweaking the sound there. I can, let's see, I can add glide. Too much glide. Wait, what's going on here? That might be the audio warp doing something funky. Yeah, it's the audio warp. So instead of music mode, go to solo mode. do something interesting with the format, the speed. I can create some pretty mangled sounds, and then I can reverse this really easily. This is probably not what I would want, but see there, like that's pretty crazy. It sounds like, kind of like a fart or something. Let's turn the volume up. So that's kind of a interesting, different sound. I can tweak the pitch and everything, but you get the point. Just the simplicity of it, yet you can still tweak the sound quite significantly, to the point that it just streamlines the whole process. I literally was browsing through Media Bay, found that sound, was in love with the sound, but the loop wasn't working. I literally just opened up a sampler track, dropped it in, and then I started jamming out with it. And then within, let's say, like 10 minutes, I had a full bass line added, just because of the simplicity and the power that's available to you at this for this sampler track. So hopefully my anecdotal story thing here is going to inspire you to start using the sampler track if you haven't already. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video.